So he is from the US, a senior software engineer. He's been doing this as a side hustle and putting in about 5 to 15 hours per week. And the reason that he started the brand is his goal is basically just the journey towards financial freedom, being able to work for himself. And he started it recently in June of this year. Now let's take a look. Let's take a look at the numbers and what's been working and what has not. So first thing that I look at whenever I'm doing store reviews is I always start off with the cost per click. So this is their past 30 days. We're looking at cost per link click is 58 cents. The reason that I start with the cost per link click is because knowing that they're at 58 cents tells me a couple of really important things right off the bat. Specifically, and we're looking right here, that tells me that they have at the very least a decent mock-up and good designs. So we know that they're getting cheap traffic, but their ROAS is only a 0.65. So that tells us that they've been having, yes, a conversion rate issue. Normally, when we look at this, we see like a 8% add to cart rate, and then it drops off from there. But this is starting off super low. So something is going on the site. So let's take a look. First recommendation, whenever we're looking at our sites, I highly recommend looking at it on mobile over desktop. Reason being, where your customers coming from, 80% of them are coming from mobile, like specifically social media driven ads. It's like Facebook and Instagram, it's like 80% mobile if you go and check your stats. And when we're doing conversion rate optimization, meaning we're trying to increase the number of people that are actually converting, first it's basically just a million little BBs. Conversion rate optimization, it feels like I've done all the big things. I have the site the right way. I follow the instructions. I follow the tutorial. Why are people just not buying? It's because the human eye, your shoppers are making decisions way faster than they can possibly comprehend at a conscious level. Meaning, when they look at this site, they are deciding within a split second whether they trust it or not. And if you ask them, why do you trust this site? They wouldn't really be able to tell you. They would just be like, I don't know. It just looks like, it'd be like very vague. That tells us the bar we have to set for ourselves when it comes to conversion rate optimization is that somebody won't even be able to tell what it is about your site that got them to buy or not, which tells us that that's like basically just all the proof we need that in order to get somebody to actually convert, we need to put ourselves in a different mindset on like what are the things that I am not noticing, especially as a complete beginner. You start to build up pattern recognition and like looking at sites, I can just rattle off things like I know that the background should be white. I would simplify up here in free shipping. This just needs to be bigger text and simpler for me to read. Right now, my eyes kind of glaze over. The header should be, it should reveal itself when I scroll back up. Notice how when I scroll down and then go back up, nothing happens. We want it to pop back down. Again, it's a minor detail because the conversion rate is so low. There must be, there's something that's going on. I don't like the load time of that. Now it's faster because it's cached, but okay, we'll give it a pass on that. Okay, I like the size guide there. Let's click add to cart. We'll come back to that. Yeah, I don't like that it scrolled me back up to the top. Do you guys notice that? Click add to cart. And then if I close out, see how it forces me back up? I don't know why it does that. Description, fit, sizing, shipping. Okay, so these are fine. These are like very generic descriptors here that normally we when we're building out our sites, they just kind of get ignored. We want to use these as an opportunity, and I recommend limiting it to just three. Make them like selling points and assume that nobody is going to click into these. So I would make it like premium quality, easy fit and sizing, fast shipping, and then I would consolidate these. Like you don't need the fit and sizing if you have the sizing chart up here. So I would eliminate this one, move the 10% from the bottom. Yes, I completely agree. Remove this. And it's not just a minor annoyance. It looks like it because we're on desktop looking at mobile, but it's really important because as somebody is scrolling on mobile, where do their eyes go? Oh, and there's another thing. I would also get rid of this because where my, yeah, I actually, we just found it pretty much. I would definitely get rid of this. Both the limited time 10%, and I would get rid of this thing here, the scrolling CTA button. Okay. Next thing, more trail favorites. I would reframe this in terms of your avatar, meaning I would call this like rider favorites, and then I would put a little like biker emoji here. I think that you're in good company when it comes to biking. There's a ton of emojis for that. Then I would limit this instead of this being 8 shirts here, this whole section, I would cut this down to just 4. Yeah, cut that down to just 4. And then I would shrink down the size of these images, just cut it down to about like that big of the person biking down. That's all the space that you need. So then just like increase that a little bit, not all that extra. And also, I just noticed this as well. Free shipping on orders 55 plus, use code free ship 55 at checkout. I would take that out. You already have that in the free shipping bar up here. Instead, something that we increase add to cart rate with substantially is take this bar, put it down here, and then have it say less than 1% of customers use our free shipping or use our money back guarantee. I got that from somebody on Twitter. Okay, next sections, I would add another layer of recommended products down here, and then I would add your reviews here. So reviews, and then another layer of recommended products there. And then inside the cart itself, let's open this up. Yeah, I would get rid of move the free shipping thing. It should just be up here as a little like animation, like cart loading animation, and then turn off shop pay. We turn this off. It's crazy how many places they sprinkle this throughout, but I would turn that off to reclaim that space as well. And then let's make sure, yeah, perfect. We've got the right color CTA buttons. All right, beautiful. Now on the checkout page, shrink down the size of this logo substantially, and then move this to the center as well, and then turn off Shop Pay. Then it makes PayPal the big button here, and then uh, 2, 3, and what I'm checking here is our. Oh, perfect. I would turn yes, huge, 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 huge. This one change. Do not make the phone number required. That is massive. That is a huge conversion rate booster, getting rid of that. This phone number here, it's required and it should not be. So this is a massive conversion rate killer right now. So the collection page and the product page that we looked at is going to increase their add to cart rate. And then their reach checkout rate we increased because we just made those changes to the actual cart itself. And now the biggest one of all, this completed checkout rate, basically sessions converted, is going to skyrocket with changing this. This is why I love doing these, because now we have like honestly all the pieces. We have cost per click, which this is the hardest one to get. Getting a cost per click to 58 cents is by far the hardest because it factors in the most variables because it's the niche, the mock-up, and the designs. So we have that now. And then, yeah, $43 AOV, which is fine. And AOV is the easiest to bring up. But for this brand in particular, my biggest recommendation is don't change anything besides the site optimizations we just made. And I would make those within the next like hour. As soon as you watch this, that's the first thing that I would be doing is going and making those changes because they'll probably take you maybe 30 minutes to knock out all of them. This is not a financial guarantee. Don't listen to me. But if you do decide to, I would be willing to bet conversion rate is going to go up. And the reason that's exciting is you don't have to make any changes to the ads or to emails or your products, and things are going to be in a much better spot. I would guess at the very least, your conversion rate is going at bare minimum, it's going to double, if not triple. And then you're really just looking at the most important piece is designs. Right now, there's only 65 designs on the site. We need to get those numbers up. We need to get those up to at least 100. I like the diversity you have. You just need to be hitting a much higher quantity of designs. But yeah, so those are the recommendations that I do have.